All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Tuesday, Tasty Tunage Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well today. Had a few options for what we were talking about today. As I said the other day, we will repeat the topic from Season 1 on occasion here in Season 2. I've watched some of my early episodes from Season 1, and it's a little bit painful, just a little bit painful, partially due to the recording quality, lighting, sound, all that stuff, and part of it's just was way outside my comfort zone. You're welcome for Season 2, because here I am still chatting away, hopefully doing it a little better than Season 1, but I could not let this anniversary pass with this particular record, so we're going to talk about it today. And what we're doing is we're going back to January 4th, 1967, when the Doors' debut album is released, recorded in Hollywood, later to be called one of the greatest debut records of all times. It went to number 2, held from that number 1 position from a little record called Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I know some of you struggle with the Doors. There's people out there who are either casual Doors fans or just don't really pay attention or just aren't fans at all. And it's a pretty big catalog overall. And there's probably, a half dozen songs are the songs that you always hear on the radio. And there are a lot of different songs too. So I think there's a little bit there for everyone if you go searching. Like if you don't care for Light My Fire, check out Love Street and see what you think of Love Street. That's a pretty cool song. But anyway, this particular record, here they are doing their thing in the Hollywood area, playing at the Whiskey, that kind of stuff. They get signed to Columbia Records actually first, a 6-month contract, and they eventually have to ask to get out of the contract early because Columbia can't find someone to produce them. Maybe they thought this band was just too much of a live wire to touch, who knows. But they were placed on the drop list, so they asked to get out of the contract early, which they did. Gotta wonder if Columbia regrets that, but I'm sure there's plenty who got away from plenty of labels. So then they go back to 2 clubs. They go back to the Whiskey, and then one other club, basically, and they're they're basically house bands. They're doing a residency there. And that's when someone tells the president of Elektra, hey, you got to go check these guys out. And so that's what he does. He goes down there, sees them live, and ends up signing them to a contract. So 2 weeks later, they got kicked out of the Whiskey. Said Jim Morrison missed, well, first he missed 1 of 2 sets. Now, that's back when they would do 2 sets in a night. Imagine how that would work. You'd have 2 sets a night with the fans and stuff. I don't know, that's kind of interesting the way that used to go. And he missed the first one because he was tripping out on LSD. And then the second set, he sang their song, The End, which has a part in it about the Greek story of Oedipus. And that just was too much for the owners of the Whiskey, and they were kicked out. So they went on to record this record. And this is a great record, and especially side A, a lot to like here. But their first single off this record was Break On Through. And now that's one of my favorite Doors songs, and it wasn't always the case when I was growing up, but when I listened to that song much later, I really do like that song a lot. But that only went to number 126 on the charts. It would be Light My Fire that brings everyone to number 1. Light My Fire goes to number 1, and that's the one that really gets them into the stratosphere. There's a 7-minute version on this album. They have a huge instrumentals in here, and of course they cut that down to be able to be on a single. So the 3-minute version is what you get when you listen to the single, but there's a 7-minute version on the album. Lots of famous stories about this song, in particular the Ed Sullivan Show, when he was asked to not say, "Girl, we couldn't get much higher," and they agreed, and of course that's not what happened. So they were not invited back after doing that. There are 2 covers on this record. Alabama Song, the Whiskey song. That's a great song. I love that one. And Backdoor Man, also one of my favorite Doors songs. That was written by Willie Dixon, and Howlin' Wolf is the first one to record that. But that's a great, great Doors song. If you haven't heard that one, you got to check that out. So you got Break On Through, Soul Kitchen, The Crystal Ship, 20th Century Fox, also a great song, Alabama Song, and Light My Fire. That's side A. That's pretty perfect as you get to perfect sides. Flip it over, you got Backdoor Man. Again, love that song. I Looked at You, End of the Night, Take It As It Come, and then The End. The End was that controversial song. It's a long song, first of all. The first time I ever heard it was when, well, I got into the Doors when most of the Doors, when I got really into their catalog, was when the movie The Doors came out. So that's just what happened. So, I mean, even though it was Val Kilmer, that's what got me into the deep catalog of the Doors, and at the same time was very obsessed with the movie Apocalypse Now. Now, the version of The End in Apocalypse Now is amazing because it's got the helicopters in the background, and I had to buy that double CD set just for that one song. $29.99 for downloading of one song. And anyway, that's a pretty amazing version. We'll put that underneath so you can hear that. These are, you know, like I said, either you like the Doors or you don't. I mean, is there anyone who's a casual Doors fan? Will you leave the song on if it's on? But do you know what? Who are the fans out there? But there's a lot of great music on this one. And if I'm gonna pick a song of the day, it's tough. I mean, I could do "Light My Fire," and there's another awesome version of "Light My Fire" out there, Shirley Bassey. But Backdoor Man and "Break On Through" are my two favorite songs on this record. So we'll do "Break On Through" because that's the one. That's the first song on side A, and that's a good one. So we're gonna check that out today. We're gonna listen to the Doors today. Whatever you're doing, check it out. Check out this record. If you've never heard it at all, just put it on and play the whole thing and see what you think. I want those comments below. Keep them coming. We're at 7 minutes. We gotta let this baby go. So enjoy your day, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.